Dinosaurs may now be legendary creatures featured in media, but they once ruled the earth long before humans. Their power and ferocity were unmatched by many animals today. While we're familiar with some well-known species, many others are less recognized, ones not often seen in dino-themed movies. Let's shine a light on them. Here are 20 of the weirdest dinosaurs you've never heard of. Number 20. Yutyrannus. Uranus might make you think of the T-Rex, but there's actually a dinosaur called Yutyrannus, or the feathered tyrant, a predecessor to the T-Rex. Though part of the same family, Yutyrannus had key differences, like longer arms with more fingers and short horns on its head, making it look more intimidating. The name feathered tyrant comes from its feathers, though it's unclear how many it had. Fossils suggest feathers in some areas, but it's uncertain if it was fully or partially covered, with some speculating that if Yutyrannus had feathers, the T-Rex might have too. In size, Yutyrannus was smaller, measuring 7.5 meters, while the T-Rex reached over 12 meters. It seems the T-Rex evolved to be larger, possibly losing its feathers and developing shorter arms. Number 19. Stygimoloch. The Stygimoloch, featured in video games like Jurassic World Evolution, is a unique dinosaur known for its domed, armored head. This hard dome likely served as a defense mechanism, allowing the creature to strike at any potential threats. Though it had a tough exterior, the Stygimoloch was actually a social and docile dinosaur, possibly resembling some modern-day friendly creatures. With powerful legs but small arms, it sparked debate among scientists about whether it used its head for ramming. Initially, there was no proof of head injuries from impacts, but later evidence confirmed that the Stygimoloch did indeed use its head to strike, even against others of its kind. In Jurassic World Evolution, players are warned not to anger it, as its headbutts can cause significant damage to enclosures. Number 18. Hadrosaurus. Dinosaurs always capture our imagination, especially when we see traits passed down through the ages. Hadrosaurs, or duck-billed dinosaurs, are a perfect example, with their distinct duck-like bills. Their skeletons make this clear, and what's surprising is their size. Some reached 8 meters long and weighed over 2 tons. Despite their massive size, they were herbivores, feeding on leaves. Hadrosaurs roamed North America, Europe, and Asia in herds of hundreds or thousands. They communicated through air-filled crests on their heads and used them to attract mates. They grazed much like modern-day cows and horses, creating a majestic sight on the land. Number 17. Prenocephale. Next on the list of dinosaurs I'll probably mispronounce is a creature discovered in 2014 in China. Unlike the Tyrannosaurus Rex, this dino had a long snout with narrow teeth, earning it the nickname Pinocchio Rex. Though it's related to the T-Rex, it was much smaller, measuring only 6 to 9 meters in length. Its body type and snout suggest it hunted smaller, faster prey, unlike the T-Rex, which took on anything. It's interesting to think how many T-Rex relatives are still unknown and how different they may have been from the iconic T-Rex we know. Maybe a time machine would help us uncover the truth. Number 16. The Oreadromous. When you think of dinosaurs, you typically imagine them on land, in the sea, or in the air. But some dinosaurs may have been burrowers, similar to animals today. One such example is a small, herbivorous dinosaur from Idaho, believed to be one of the first known burrowing species. Fossil evidence, including a burrow where specimens were found, supports this. The creatures likely built nests similar to those of hyenas or puffins. At around 2 meters long, these dinosaurs probably dug underground to escape larger predators, and their bodies were shaped for digging, helping them create homes quickly and safely. Number 15. Nothronychus. The Nikus, or slothclaw, is undeniably strange in appearance. It may not resemble today's sloths, but it certainly doesn't look like anything we recognize today. Despite its odd look, it grew impressively large, 6 meters long and over 3 meters tall. Thought to be either herbivorous or omnivorous, its sharp claws suggest it could have been an omnivore. Some believe these claws were used to grip and pull down branches for easier access to fruit. What's even more surprising is that the Nikus is thought to be related to velociraptors or other raptors. While raptors were small, this creature was massive, sparking questions about whether it was a case of gigantism or something else entirely. We may only know with more fossils. Number 14. Triceratops. I personally think it's unfair to call the Triceratops weird. After all, it's one of the most iconic dinosaurs, featured in nearly every dinosaur-related media. It's also one of the most commonly found fossils, along with the T-Rex, showing just how impressive it is. That said, I get why some might find it odd. With its massive skull and 3 horns, some skulls measuring up to 3 meters, the question arises, why the long skull and horns? The common explanation is that they were used for defense, especially against predators like the T-Rex. But some believe the horns were for attracting mates, as both males and females had them. Despite its size and strength, The Triceratops was a herbivore and would likely have been peaceful around humans. Number 13. The Amargasaurus. Sauropods are well-known dinosaurs, famous for their massive size and long necks, which allowed them to reach the tallest trees. However, the Amargasaurus, a unique member of this group, stood out in several ways. Despite growing up to 13 meters long, it was relatively small for a saurid, with a shorter neck that didn't contribute much to its length. Its neck also featured spines, whose purpose remains unclear. Some scientists believe they helped support the neck, while others think they were used for combat or defense. Whatever the reason, these adaptations helped the Amargasaurus thrive in Argentina for millions of years. Number 12. Austroraptor. Raptors are one of the most unique dinosaurs, often sparking debate among scientists due to their varied depictions. Living millions of years ago in Argentina, artistic interpretations of raptors differ greatly. Some show them with wings, others are featherless, and some are fully feathered. While Jurassic Park raptors are well known, they've been proven inaccurate. Real raptors were more bird-like, with feathers covering their bodies and the ability to lay eggs. Unlike their movie counterparts, these raptors were massive, growing up to 6 feet long and 2 to 3 meters tall. They were also carnivorous, so it's fortunate they're no longer around. Number 11. Spinosaurus. A common misconception from the original Jurassic Park films is that the Tyrannosaurus Rex was the deadliest dinosaur. However, in Jurassic Park 3, we meet the Spinosaurus, the largest carnivorous dinosaur ever. With its massive size and distinct spines that could reach 2 meters, it looked quite unusual. But here's the twist: despite its appearance, some scientists believe it may have been a swimmer, preferring water over land. It's estimated to have been over 18 meters long and weighed around 9 metric tons. Ironically, its teeth weren't strong enough for land prey, leading many to think it mostly ate fish, though it was still capable of killing in other ways. Number 10. Dinosaurus Rex. The king is here, but why is the Tyrannosaurus Rex on a list of weird dinosaurs? Well, have you seen those tiny arms? Jokes aside, the T-Rex is often seen as the pinnacle of dinosaurs, yet we might be misinterpreting its appearance. While its length is widely accepted at over 12 meters, there's debate about whether it was more feathered than we think. Feathers or not, it was still an apex predator, capable of taking down nearly anything with its powerful head and sharp teeth. So yes, it's technically a weird dinosaur. Number 9. Quetzalcoatlus. Moving on to dinosaurs with names I can barely pronounce, we have the Quetzalcoatlus, or however it's said, a creature so weird even its name feels like a mouthful. Just look at the artist's depiction: the neck, the head, the distance from its body, everything screams wrong. Yet, this is how scientists think it looked. It's the largest flying creature in history, but with such strange proportions, it's a miracle it could even take off. And its wings? 2 to 3 times its body size, making it a terrifying force in the sky. Number 8. Pachycephalosaurus. Ironically, this one shares a lot with the Bososaurus, as both had hard, dome-shaped heads they used to ram rivals. But what else is odd about this dinosaur? It had unique teeth in its cheeks, built to grind nuts and other hard foods. Honestly, I'd love to have seen 2 of these go head-to-head. If people could bet on those fights, they probably would have. Number 7. Scutosaurus. I'm back to dinosaurs with easier names to pronounce, and today we're talking about the Scutosaurus. This dinosaur truly stands out, thanks to its full body armor. You might think its legs look odd, but that's intentional. The Scutosaurus was heavy, and its legs were positioned to support its weight as it moved. It was also one of the largest in its family, making it fascinating to imagine how it moved through its habitat and interacted with others. Number 6. Ankylosaurus. Here's another dinosaur that's hard to ignore with its unusual features. With its thick armor covering its body, it's more like a walking tank than anything else. An herbivore, it was peaceful toward most creatures, but when a Tyrannosaurus Rex appeared, its armor and club tail were key defenses. At over 7 meters long and several tons in weight, it could deliver a powerful blow. Sometimes, strong defense is the best offense, and this dinosaur proved it. And for Digimon fans, Anomon was inspired by this creature. Number 5. Hatzegopteryx. Is Hatzegopteryx even a real name for a dinosaur? Anyway, let's keep it simple. This dinosaur, whose name I'll never mention again, was a massive flying creature from long ago, just like all the others. Its neck alone stretched over 1.5 meters and was incredibly muscular. Its wingspan? Between 10 to 12 meters. Looking at images of it, you'd see how terrifying it must have been. With a huge head, it could easily grab any prey it wanted. So next time you almost hit a bird with your car, be thankful this beast isn't around to destroy it, and your car too. Number 4. Indoraptor. The Indricotherium, also known as the Indricodon, is hard to describe because it resembled many creatures we know today. Some say it looked like a pig, but it was far more aggressive, almost like a hippo. Regardless, this massive beast had a jaw and teeth you'd never want to face. Though believed to be omnivores, meaning they ate both plants and animals, they were similar to wild boars. Standing 2 meters tall at the shoulder and weighing over 750 kilograms, we're fortunate these giant pigs never walked the earth in modern